Welcome, Cowboy Nation. We're going to go through our first film room of the season. Ravens Flock's probably here too because I'm going over Lamar Jackson, some of the threats that he's going to present tomorrow. This is our Saturday night film session, and I'm going to go through Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, some of the offensive line issues that the Ravens are having, and I'll cover some of Isaiah Likely and Mark Andrews in here as well. But let's break down this drive and get right into the film. All right, here. So we got our first play. Something I'm going to throw out here. You're always going to see Zay Flowers on this motion. It seems like Baltimore's throwing Zay Flowers in motion quite a bit here, especially on this drive. And really, Ravens are running a super heavy front, something like we saw with the Saints last week, where it's max protect. They're going to have two wide receiver routes, and you can really tell that they're running it right down the Ravens' throat. The Raiders' throat here. But let's take a look. Zay Flowers goes in motion, and Max Crosby really almost gets to Lamar here. They got a guard pulling through to make sure that Max Crosby doesn't get there, but he's so quick, like he almost got there off his second step. And I feel like this kind of messed up Derrick Henry's run because the guard was getting in the way. Another thing I'll note for the other clip here is that Isaiah Likely's in here, and Isaiah Likely's blocking. So everyone likes to say that Isaiah is really a pass catching tight end only, but it seems to be like on the Ravens offense, he's in here doing some dirty work as well. And here you see Zay Flowers kind of run in motion again, and that guard kind of gets in Henry's way as soon as he gets the ball because he's so concerned with Max Crosby, who is really a big threat for them this game. And I'm hoping Micah Parsons can do the same thing. And something I wanted to notice, and shout out for last play as well. It seems like they keep having Max Crosby kind of spy Lamar from the defensive end position. Every time Max Crosby goes into rush, he's not really concerned with the handoff, and he's making sure that Lamar doesn't tuck the ball and really run his way. So he's maintaining his gap assignment and looks like he's setting the edge and making sure that he's the one manning up Lamar. On this next play, we'll take a look. Looks like Raiders are playing one safety high, three wide receivers. Lamar Jackson's going to drop back. We have coverage here on the boundary. You possibly have an out route over here, but that safety is able to kind of drop in and make sure that he has Lamar covered. Lamar breaks out. Guess who's there to kind of run after him? It's these two interior defensive linemen that we're going to see over and over again. Kind of making some havoc here, but Lamar's dangerous. When he gets outside the pocket, you got to make sure you get to him. And you can see that the Raiders are trying to do that with three people tackling him at the same time. All this guy needs is one play. And if he breaks out for one play, he's going to get like 20, 30 yards and change the whole drive. So it's really important when you get your hands on him, you tackle him. And they're doing a great job of that there. On this next play here, looks like the Raiders are running two high safeties. Like I said, they're going to keep running Zay Flowers in this motion to see if they're in man. We're going to see somebody come up here to make sure that they cover Zay Flowers. He fakes the handoff to Derrick Henry. They throw Derrick Henry out into the flat. And he's about to throw. He wants to throw the ball, but this pressure in the middle ends up getting to him. And I don't think the Ravens guards are that great right now. They have three new starting offensive linemen, and they're really running after Lamar here. That's Max Crosby creating havoc, man. He barely got him by his jersey, almost pulled him down. Everyone's covered, and it's Max's effort on this play that's getting the job done. Look at him here. He's blocked by like almost three people, and he's still able to get off the blocks. And like I said, got him by just a hair there with the back of his jersey. I guess he didn't want that horse collar tackle, so he let up. But another thing here I'm going to point out is Max Crosby's really wide, and I think it's because he's respecting the edge on the left side. He wants to make sure that he's there if Lamar Jackson does pull out and run. This is another three wide receiver set by them. They have their tight end, Mark Andrews, kind of in a hitch route. And plays breaking down for Lamar. There's nowhere for him to go. These are tight window throws, and he's already running with hands on him. These linebackers do a great job stepping up. Like this this could potentially be like a 50-yard play if he gets, one of these or two of these linebackers to miss a tackle. So they're doing a great job making sure that they're tackling him before the sticks. It looks like they got a holding penalty as well before that play. This is just another look at that. Lamar's dangerous, man, with the ball in his hands. If he gets out and he feels pressure, like he can make moves, but 41 did a good job there making sure he got him to the ground. Looks like Lamar's feeling pressure as well. Like he got a holding penalty. He's missing some of his receivers. These guys are locked up down the field, and he's tucking the ball. So that might be an opportunity for us if number 11 or number 13 spies. I'm hoping that they have Micah playing some kind of spy on Lamar throughout the game. This is another reminder of one of the Saints plays here too. Like these guys are doing max protect. They have two wide receivers running routes. Looks like the Raiders are kind of daring them to do this, and they're stacking the box to make sure that they stop Derrick Henry, and they're daring Lamar to throw. So I can see the same thing happening tomorrow where, we might have to do the same thing. It might have to be a game where we're playing in base, but let's put Overshone out there so he can spy Lamar, and let's stack the box and really just let Diggs and Carson go on an island. You'll see here Bateman runs like a really, really deep out, kind of like a, deep curl route, and he catches this ball. He's able to complete it. They're going to flip sides on the other side of the field now. This is just another look at that. Let's look at the pressure that the Raiders were able to get here. You can see 69 is a spin move. Max Crosby's out so wide here on Mark Andrews, who's blocking him. 65 doesn't really have to do much. And then 7's the only one who gets in his vicinity, gives Lamar a lot of time to complete that throw. That's something Diggs is going to have to watch out for if they do that, because the only way Baltimore really does this is they set up this through the run, and Derrick Henry and Lamar are so dangerous that they put two wide receivers on the field, and then they run and kind of switch it up and do that play action, or fake that quick handoff, and those receivers are able to get open. You'll see it's the same type of formation here, kind of a max protect formation. They only have one receiver out wide. The other receiver's kind of tucked in, and again, handing off the ball to Derrick Henry. Raiders had this blocked up pretty well, though, and it looks like, again, the Raiders are understanding that this is what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to stack the box. You'll see Max Crosby here as well. Like, he doesn't even really care that Derrick Henry's getting the ball. He could definitely just shoot this way, but he's so scared that Lamar's going to pull this and do something himself. He has to double check Lamar doesn't have anything, and then can kind of rely on his team to do the rest of the work. Let's go to the next play here. That's going to come up. Like I said, they switch fields now. Size of the field. They just paid 43, $6 million over 2 years. Not sure if Ravens fans are too happy about that. He's kind of a mediocre back, more of their pass catching back, but he does a good job pass blocking as well. Lamar wants to throw the ball here. He's on Max Crosby's side, Justice Hill, and we'll see. This is like a timing route that they're trying with Likely. And I'm just going to go back to this and pause it right here. You'll see that Bateman's running on the inside, and Likely is using this as really a pick play so he can get out here. And this is all timing. And really what I feel is one of the safeties is going to have to man Likely. I feel like for Ferguson, they're going to have Kyle Hamilton manning him. So if that's the case, like, we got to do the same thing. We can't let these guys take over. They have two dangerous tight ends. Likely goes for a huge gain here as well. You see Justice Hill is going to block here. He's going to make sure he helps 65. They've been rotating their right tackles. That's another thing I'm going to point out. So they have a rookie right tackle and another right tackle that they're rotating. They're kind of using the season to figure out who's the best person to play. Probably the wrong move going up against a top-tier edge rusher, but that's why they have Justice Hill here, and he's throwing Max Crosby like a massive chip so Lamar can get this timing right off. Let's go to the next play. Three receivers out to the right, and this is where they get creative, because they're going to run the ball out of this set, and they're going to have these guys all blocking. You can see this is blocked up pretty nicely. Derrick Henry has a little hole here to go through, and look at that. He is at the 35, taking one step, cuts in, and he's already able to get 15 yards. He's like a freight train. You know what I mean? So if no one's there to block him during that, like, that's a problem. Um, this is 5 yards in. You could see this linebacker's already kind of setting up to tackle him. He barely even gets a hand on him. He's grabbing him by the leg, 41, to barely bring him down. This is the part of the Ravens game plan that's going to be extremely dangerous. Like, look, Mark Andrews is tight. He's usually playing tight to the line as well, so it's hard to figure out when he's going to catch a pass or when he's going to go ahead and throw a block. And these guys do a great job creating this hole here. You have 41 kind of pulling down a little bit too much and going out of this gap. And in between the hashes, Derrick Henry has nobody there. 41 has to make this cut in. Terrible angle, like I said. Barely bringing him down, even though there's three guys there. And yeah, they barely brought him down, but the Ravens are getting 15 yards here on one play. And it looks like they're just going to try to bully the Raiders down the field now. This is kind of what I'm worried about tomorrow. This is what we faced against the Saints. Max protect, two receivers to the left. You know, the funny thing is, when you look at this play and you see these guys kind of figuring out who drew the flag here, like, these Raiders guys, they're jawing at them, man. You can see it here. He's slapping his hand down. I just wanted to show you guys this because it's just funny. Like, these guys are pointing at each other. He's slapping both these guys' hands down. They're battling today, you know. Raiders wanted this win badly. Again, max protect. 15's a receiver. He's gonna turn around and block. You know, Mark Andrews is in there blocking. Zay Flowers is a big threat, and he's out there to the edge. Like, you got to respect him. That's why they're playing off. But Raiders stacking the box here. They're just going to pitch it to Derrick Henry. And look, barely blocks him and gets 49 off, but that's all they need. And he's running behind this left tackle now. Freight train, man. This guy's barely going out of bounds. He's getting a penalty because he hit him late. Like, this is tough, man. Mark Andrews coming in motion. He sees that nobody's moving. You know, the safety's going to walk up. It's probably even worse that he does because he gives himself no space. Look at this hole that he has to run through. 64 is going to make sure he gets a hand on 41. And then, boom, you're behind your left tackle waiting for some room. Classic Derrick Henry stiff arm. He's almost at the 5-yard line there. Now, I'm going to line it up quick. Same freaking play. They just have Bateman out to the edge here for a threat for a fade, but they have everybody pulling to the left, and this is where they get dangerous, man. They just bully you down the field. They don't want to throw the ball, and funny thing is, they end off with Wildcat here getting a touchdown, but they don't want to throw the ball when this is working. Why would you? Like, they're showing you what they're gonna do, and really they're just tossing the ball to him. This is the danger that they present. They're putting Lamar Jackson out here on the right wide receiver spot at the Z, and boom, he's getting the ball right away. He doesn't even care. He's running straight forward, and he's gonna get it. They're gonna get him in there, and even though he has 5 guys on him, 69 is doing a pretty good job this drive. He's gonna get that touchdown, guys. These are some of the threats that Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry present the Cowboys tomorrow, kind of running the ball. I wanted to walk you guys through it, and I'll try to do one more here on the defensive side. Look for that, where I kind of go through some of the passes Gardner Minshew was able to throw with Brock, and what he was able to do at that tight end position, and how he's so dangerous. So I'll be making one of those before the game tomorrow. I'll put that out there. Once again, thanks for watching. Welcome to Touchdown Labs. Welcome to the first film session of the season. Hope you guys enjoyed it.